In 2013, a young Russian-Canadian programmer named Vitalik Buterin published a white paper that proposed something radically new. While Bitcoin had introduced the world to decentralized digital currency, Buterin envisioned a broader platform, one that could run decentralized applications, execute smart contracts, and form the backbone of a programmable global economy. This idea would become Ethereum, and it would redefine what blockchain technology could do. Buterin had been involved in the crypto community for years, co-founding Bitcoin Magazine and contributing to open-source projects. As he observed the limitations of Bitcoin, particularly its lack of flexibility, he proposed a more adaptable blockchain. Instead of focusing solely on transferring value, Ethereum would be a world computer, a decentralized network capable of executing code, not just recording transactions. The concept revolved around smart contracts, self-executing programs that automatically carry out instructions when conditions are met. Imagine digital agreements that don't need lawyers or intermediaries. Ethereum would allow developers to build entire decentralized applications, or dApps, using these contracts. In mid-2014, Buterin and a group of co-founders, including Gavin Wood, Joseph Lubin, and Anthony D'Iorio, launched a crowdfunding campaign to bring Ethereum to life. They raised over $18 million in Bitcoin, making it one of the most successful crowdfunding campaigns at the time. This was the world's introduction to the initial coin offering, ICO model, which would later become both a powerful tool and a point of controversy in the crypto space. Ethereum's development was overseen by the newly formed Ethereum Foundation, a nonprofit organization based in Switzerland. After months of testing, Ethereum officially launched on July 30th, 2015, with the release of its first live version called Frontier. It was a bare-bones platform meant for developers to start building and experimenting. What made Ethereum unique was its Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM, a runtime environment that could execute smart contracts across every node in the network. Every computer running Ethereum effectively helped power a distributed supercomputer. Instead of central servers, applications could now run on this decentralized infrastructure. Ether, ETH, the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum network, served two purposes. It was both a store of value and a form of fuel to run smart contracts and dApps. Every computation on the Ethereum network required gas, a fee paid in ETH, which prevented abuse and kept the network efficient. The possibilities were endless. Developers began building decentralized exchanges, games, prediction markets, financial tools, and governance systems. Ethereum became the foundation for a new wave of blockchain experimentation. But growth wasn't without its challenges. In 2016, a high-profile project built on Ethereum called the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, launched. It aimed to create a venture capital fund that operated entirely through smart contracts. Investors could vote on which projects to fund, all without human managers. The DAO raised over $150 million in ETH, but a vulnerability in its code was exploited, and a hacker siphoned away around one-third of the funds. The Ethereum community was faced with a crisis. Either let the hacks stand, to preserve blockchain immutability, or intervene. After intense debate, the community chose to hard fork, splitting the blockchain to reverse the hack and restore the stolen funds. The original, unaltered chain became Ethereum Classic, ETC, while the new, community-endorsed version continued as Ethereum, E8. This controversial decision underscored Ethereum's core tension, balancing decentralization with human governance. Despite the incident, Ethereum's growth continued. In 2017, a wave of new tokens and ICOs launched on the Ethereum network using the ERC20 token standard. These tokens allowed anyone to create their own cryptocurrency using Ethereum's infrastructure, fueling a massive boom. Billions of dollars poured into ICOs, some legitimate, many fraudulent, leading to another speculative bubble. Ethereum's popularity also highlighted its limitations. As more users flooded the network, it began to slow down. Gas fees spiked. The network's proof-of-work consensus model, which required intensive computing, consumed large amounts of energy and couldn't scale efficiently to meet global demand. To address these issues, the Ethereum community began work on Ethereum 2.0, a major upgrade aimed at increasing speed, reducing costs, and transitioning to a more sustainable model. The core of this upgrade was the move from proof of work to proof of stake, where validators are chosen to create new blocks based on how much ETH they hold and are willing to stake as collateral. The first phase of Ethereum 2.0 began in December 2020 with the launch of the Beacon chain, which introduced proof of stake in parallel to the main Ethereum network. Over the next 2 years, development continued toward merging the old and new chains. That moment came in September 2022 with the merge. Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake, reducing its energy consumption by more than 99%. It was a technical feat, one of the most complex upgrades in blockchain history, and it demonstrated the resilience and vision of the Ethereum community. By 2023, Ethereum was more than a platform. It had become the backbone of decentralized finance, DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. DeFi allowed users to borrow, lend, trade, and earn interest on cryptocurrencies without banks. NFTs, powered by Ethereum's ERC 721 standard, enabled digital ownership of art, music, games, and more, spawning an entire new economy. At the same time, Ethereum continued to face competition from newer blockchains like Solana, Avalanche, and Polkadot, which promised faster speeds and lower fees. Layer 2 solutions like Optimism and Arbitrum emerged to help scale Ethereum by processing transactions off-chain and settling them on-chain. Still, Ethereum remained the most actively developed and widely used blockchain for smart contracts. Its open-source ethos, vibrant developer community, and ongoing innovation ensured that it continued to evolve. Vitalik Buterin, still actively involved, often reminded the community that Ethereum was a long-term project, one that would take decades to fully realize. From a single white paper to a global financial and computational network, Ethereum had reshaped what was possible with blockchain technology. And it was just getting started. If you found this video interesting, give it a like. It really helps more people discover the channel. Leave a comment to share your thoughts or suggest a future topic. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to keep exploring the world through AI.